Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Today we will start with day 15. Magically heal your relationships. The author says that if you have a difficult or broken relationship, are suffering from a broken heart, or holding any resentment or blame towards another person for anything that's happened in the past or happening currently right now, you can change it through gratitude. Gratitude will magically improve any difficult relationship, whether that person is a husband, wife, brother, sister, business client, friend, neighbor, anyone. Blame is never going to make a relationship better, and it's never going to make your life better. In fact, the more you blame, the worse the relationship gets and the worse your life gets. Whether it's a current relationship or a past relationship, if you have bad feelings towards that other person, practicing gratitude will eliminate those feelings. And why do you want to remove bad feelings about the other person? According to Gautam Buddha, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with intent of throwing it at someone else, and you're the one who gets burned. So bad feelings about another person burn your life, but gratitude will eliminate them. As well as gratitude will bring peace, harmony to the relationship. Gratitude magically transforms emotional pain into healing and happiness faster than anything else. And then the author talks about her story, how she had problems with her mother and how she resolved those problems. So for today's practice, Saturday is day 15 today. You have to look for a hot coal that is burning your life. So any problem that's broken or relationship that's broken or not working that well, find that relationship and literally turn it into gold through gratitude. So choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. And it doesn't matter whether the person is currently in your life or if it's a past relationship and the person is no longer in your life. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you have chosen. So just remember them and then write what you're grateful for about that person. 10 things that you are grateful for. There's a science and research that has showed, if you have read if you follow TED Talks, you would know that a hateful word may cause your brain to flood your bloodstream with hormones, squandering resources from your body budget. So each of our bodies have an energy budget. And when someone says hateful words, our bodies channel that energy to our bloodstream to increase hormones that render those resources from our body. On the other hand, when someone says calm words like compliments at the end of a hard work day, that itself causes you to lighten up, and your body, doesn't spend that energy in on releasing those hormones or regulating that blood pressure. Instead, the body channels that extra energy into growing of the mind and learning something new, right? You have more energy and space to develop yourself more. Whereas if when someone else treats you badly or someone says a hateful word, your body channels that energy into producing hormones that actually causes more stress and more damage. So I can forward you the link to this research. It's really good that the power of words is not a metaphor, it's in our brain wiring. So the words that you're exposed to throughout the day affects how your brain is wired. Literally, the physical structure of your brain, the neurons, change microscopically every single day based on what you're exposed to. So if you're listening to negative things, if you're listening to things that cause fear, or if you're even reading or seeing words that are negative, that is being imprinted in your mind. It's being stored physically. So expose yourself to more positive things. They will regulate your nervous system and how you interact with stressful situations. And over time, anything that contributes to chronic stress can gradually eat away at your brain. This includes verbal aggression, social rejection, and neglect. But if you're stressed over and over and over and again, without much opportunity to recover, the effects can far more grave. It's important to understand that the human brain doesn't seem to distinguish between sources of chronic stress. So it doesn't matter if the stress is coming from your lifestyle, your relationship, your financial hardship, or not sleeping enough, not exercising enough. Your body will see stress as stress. And we are free to speak and act, but we are not free from the consequences of what we say and do. So even the way you talk to yourself in your mind, try to be more optimistic with your own self. And that way you will change the chemistry of your brain and how your body reacts to stress. And now we will have my mom talk in Hindi.
Okay, so as Gautam Buddha say, क्रोध करना एक सुलगते अंगारकों को पकड़ने जैसा है, जिसे आप उठाते तो किसी दूसरे पर फेंकने की इरादे से, लेकिन जलते आप ही हो। ये गौतम बुद्धा ने 4000 years पहले बताया था कि किसी दूसरे व्यक्ति के प्रति बुरी भावनाएं आपके ही जीवन को जला देती है, पर कृतज्ञता से हम इसको ठीक कर सकते हैं। तो सबसे पहले हमारे रिलेशन खराब कैसे होते हैं कि हमारा क्लियर एक्सेप्टेशन नहीं होता है, पीपल समटाइम ओवरपावर करके जाता है, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है, ब्लेमिंग, इस तरह से बहुत सारे रीजन है जिसकी वजह से हमारे रिलेशनशिप में तनाव आ जाता है। तो इससे मैं आपको एक स्टोरी बताना चाहती हूँ कि एक बार एक हस्बैंड एक मूवी टिकट्स लेके आए उसकी वाइफ के लिए, और दोनों मूवी देखने के लिए गए। तो मूवी देखने आने के बाद वाइफ बहुत खुश थी, उसके हस्बैंड को लगा कि ओ बहुत खुश है, मैं ऐसे टिकट लेके आया मूवी देखने के, तो उसको बहुत अच्छा लगा। वो एवरी वीकेंड इस तरह से मूवी की टिकट्स लेके आता था और दोनों मूवी टिकट्स एवरी वीकेंड में मूवी देखने जाते थे। एक दिन फिर से वो ऐसे 2-3 महीने चलता रहा। एक दिन ऐसे फिर से वो मूवी की टिकट लेके आया एज यूजुअल, और फिर वो बोला उसकी वाइफ को कि मैं मूवी की टिकट लेके आया हूँ। तो उसकी वाइफ के मन में इतना कुछ अंदर चल रहा था, गड़बड़ चल रहा था। तो फिर उसने हस्बैंड ने कहा कि अच्छा कल हम कितने बजे निकलेंगे। तो वाइफ तो उसके जो हाथ में जो चीज थी, बर्तन वो भी नीचे फेंक दिया और गुस्सा होने लगे। ये क्या है, एवरी वीकेंड हमें मूवी देखने जाना है और कुछ हम नहीं कर सकते क्या? हम मतलब हम बैकयार्ड में शांति से बैठ सकते हैं, हम पार्क में जा सकते हैं, अपने रिलेटिव्स या फ्रेंड्स के घर भी तो जा सकते हैं, ये क्या एवरी टाइम मूवी? हस्बैंड तो एकदम से हो गया कि मैं तो सोचता था कि वो तो बहुत खुश है, वो तो देखता ही रहा थोड़ी देर तक। फिर उसने बोला कि मुझे लगा कि तू खुश है इसलिए मैं तो मूवी की टिकट लेके आता था। फिर वाइफ ने बोला कि मुझे ऐसा था कि आप खुश होते हैं मूवी देखने जाने की, इसलिए मैं आपके साथ एवरी वीकेंड आती रहती थी। तो फिर दोनों के बीच में दोनों को अच्छा नहीं लगता था, पर क्या हुआ, क्लियर हमारा एक्सेप्टेशन नहीं था। अगर वो पहले वाइफ बता देती या हस्बैंड बता देते कि भाई मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता है, पर दोनों एक दूसरे को बात क्लियरली बात नहीं कर रहे थे, इसकी वजह से ये 1-2 महीने तक ऐसे चला। और एक दिन क्या हुआ, वो वाइफ गुस्सा हो गई, हस्बैंड का दिल हर्ट हो गया। तो इसी तरह से हमारे लाइफ में अपने जो नियरली जो रिश्तेदार हैं उनके साथ ये सारी चीज छोटी मोटी होती रहती है, और इसका इफेक्ट हमारे बॉडी एंड माइंड पे भी होता है। तो कहते हैं कि देयर इज ए गोल इन एवरी रिलेशनशिप। तो हमें क्या करना है, ग्रेटिट्यूड से हम इसको किस तरह से ठीक कर सकते हैं कि कोई भी हमारा रिलेशनशिप खराब हुआ है तो ग्रेटिट्यूड से हमको कैसे करेंगे ठीक, कि पहले तो हमें उसको जो साथ पास्ट में जो अच्छा रिलेशन था, जैसे हम साथ में घूमने जाते थे, रेस्टोरेंट में जाते थे, खाना खाते, वो सारी चीज आपको रिकॉल करनी है, याद करनी है शांति से एक जगह पे बैठ के। फिर उसको हमें एक एक चीज को याद करना है और थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू, हर चीज को हमें थैंक यू बोलना है। ठीक है, तो ऐसे हम 2-3 हमारे जो आपने फोकस किया है कि मुझे ये रिलेशन को ठीक करना है, तो उसके लिए हमें 10 चीज शांति से बैठ के एक रिलेशनशिप लेंगे, फिर दूसरा लेंगे, तीसरा, इस तरह से हम प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, नाउ डे 16 magic and miracles in health.
Okay, so day 16, magic and miracles in health. Miracles are not contrary to nature, but only contrary to what we know about nature. We should feel healthy, energized, and full of happiness most of the time, because that is how it feels to have our birthright of full health. The reality, however, is that a lot of people don't feel this way very often, if ever. Many people are dealing with illnesses, problems with the functioning of the body, or suffering from bouts of depression and other mental health problems, which are all states of less than full health. All the miracles of healing we see happen are simply the result of full health being restored instantly in the human body, where before there was less than full and perfect health as a result of practicing gratitude. Gratitude's magical power increases the natural flow of health into the body and mind and can assist the body in healing more quickly, as countless studies have shown. The magical power of gratitude also works hand in hand with good bodily care, nutrition, and any medical assistance you might have chosen to follow. When there is some sickness in the body or the condition is in your body, it is understandable that you may have negative feelings about it. There might be hesitation or frustration about it. But having negative feelings about sickness does not restore health. In fact, it has opposite effects. It reduces your health even more. To increase your health, you need to replace the negative feelings with good feelings, and gratitude is the easiest way to do it. By the law of attraction, complaints about your body bring more problems to complain about. And so complaining about your body or appearances puts your very health at risk. The law is, whoever does not have gratitude for their health and body, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Whoever has gratitude for their health and body will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance of health to their body. So today's Sunday's magical practice, which is day 16, is that it's designed to dramatically increase your health and happiness. So the first step is to think about all the health that you have received throughout your childhood, adolescence, and adult life, all the health that you have received in the past. Recollect 3 separate times in your mind when you felt on top of the world. Say the words, magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel sincere gratitude for those times when you were healthy, when you were a child, in the past, all the times you were healthy in the past. Step 2, health you're continuing to receive in the present. So feel grateful for all the organs, all the body parts that are functioning very positively, giving you the life that you are in this present moment. Then step 3, health you want to receive in the future. So think about the ideal state of what you want to improve. When you give thanks for the ideal state of anything, you have put into motion to receive back that ideal state. We can't make a problem go away by focusing on it, because focusing on the problem can only make the problem worse. Instead, we should do the exact opposite and focus on the ideal state for the area of our body that is unwell. So imagine if that unwell body part was well, how would you feel? How would you imagine your life would be surrounding that area? And natural forces within us are the true healers of disease. This was said by Hippocrates. So day 16's practice is that, number 1, recollect 3 separate times throughout your life when you felt on top of the world and give sincere thanks for those times. Then, number 2, think about 5 functions of your body that are well and are by one give thanks for each one in the present moment. And then number 4, choose one thing about your body or health you want to improve and spend 1 minute visualizing yourself with that ideal state of your body or health. Then give thanks for this ideal state. So our bodies are not just the physical body, but also our mental body, the way we think, the thoughts that come into our mind, and how we control the thoughts. So for words of inspiration and positivity, I would like to invite Abhay to please join here with us.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Dhruvi. Thanks, Mom. Hare Krishna. Today I was asked to speak a little bit about health. I think Dhruvi is talking about different kind of health. So I'm going to speak a little bit about health mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, right? I would like to speak on health that many of us are unaware of. That is health of the soul. As we know, to neglect health of the body or the mind is not good, but to neglect the needs and the health of the soul causes us the greatest amount of pain and suffering. Before we can talk about the solution, we first need to understand what is the root cause of this disease of the soul. Identification of the body as a self is the root cause of our suffering. Our real identity is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita in the 2nd chapter. Avinashi tu tadvidi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avasya yasya na kaschit kartum arhati. Translation is, know that which pervades the entire body is indestructible. No one is able to destroy the imperishable soul. So here a few clues are given into our real identity. God is saying that consciousness that pervades the whole body is our real identity, and that we are imperishable. Now, as soon as this consciousness is over, the body is called a dead body. Now, what is this consciousness? This consciousness is a symptom of the soul. That is, just like a light in a fire, there is distribution of heat and light. Similarly, the spirit soul present in your body, the consciousness is spread all over your body. This is the fact. Now, knowing we are different from the body, what is our nature? In the Vedanta Sutra, it is said, Anandamaya Vyasat. The translation is, the soul is hankering after pleasure. So we are always looking for happiness, but we are looking for it in the wrong place or in the wrong way. The body and the mind are but superfluous outer coverings of the soul. The soul needs must be fulfilled. Simply by cleansing the cage of the bird, one does not satisfy the bird. One must actually know the needs of the bird himself. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna further states, Yehi samsparsha yo jabogha dukha yonaya evate adyanta vanta konteya nateshu ramate buddha. Translation is, an intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery, which are due to the contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. So when we identify with something temporary, like our bodies, which will have an expiring date, even though we are actually eternal, how can we actually know what we want and what will make us happy? Material sense pleasures are due to the contact of the material senses, which are all temporary because of the body itself is temporary. So what the soul wants is something of its own nature, something eternal and something spiritual. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, Jivera Surupoi Krishna Nityadas. Translation. It is a living entity's constitutional position to be an eternal servant of God. Just like the constitutional position of salt is that it is salty, or that sugar is sweet, so in the same way, our eternal position as living entities is that we are servants of God. To make salt sweet or to make sugar salty is not possible. So to change our true identities is an illusion also. Our position is that we are servants. In our disease unhealthy condition, we are servants of either our senses, our wife, our family, our society, our nation, or whatever. But that servant nature is always present. But when we remember our true self, we are not the master, but the servant of God. We are actually healthy. So what is the path to complete happiness? Life is full of variegatedness. Is only becoming a monk in the temple the way to full happiness? Can we be happy in our present conditions in life? In the Bhagavatam it says, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaje ahitukiya pratiyata yatatma survasiddhati. The translation is, the supreme occupation or dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such transcendental service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the soul or the self. So either we are Christian, Hindu, or Muslim, or an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, or like Arjuna, an emperor of the entire world. The goal to complete happiness is attaining loving devotional service to God. Everything in our life can be dovetailed in remembering and offering all that we are grateful for. Like Dhruvi is mentioning, everything we receive, we should become grateful. But if we are grateful towards God, it has a deeper meaning. Being an accountant might be difficult to remember God. Typing numbers in all day is kind of hard to remember God. I'm sorry. But with the salary, with its fruits of your labor, you can use it in the service of God. When we do things that reestablish our lost relationship with God, that has gone on for millions of years, millions and billions of lifetimes, that is our actual spiritual happiness. That is real happiness. Our true existence is temporary, illusory, and full of miseries. There is no happiness at all. There is just the futile attempt to rid of miseries, and the temporary sensation of misery is falsely called happiness. There's an example I want to give. This is off the script here. There's this one king, and he has a prisoner, and he has some say soldiers. They take up the prisoner to a riverbank, and they're dunking the prisoner into the water, and they're pulling him up, and they're trying to get some answers out of him, like where's the enemy's camp. So the prisoner, he's struggling under the water, almost drowning, and for 1 second he's pulled up for air because they don't want to kill him without answers. He thinks that itself is happiness. So material life is considered like that. When we're just outside the water, taking a breath of air, that is considered happiness. So here it's mentioned that happiness is just the stopping of miseries. So that's 1 split second when we stop our miseries, that's considered happiness. But that is actually just stopping of the miseries. And further in the Bhagavad Gita it says, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeve sarvamitti sa mahatma sudurlabha. Shloka. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Spiritual life is not easy. When a patient with jaundice is given the remedy for his disease, sugar candy, he takes it to be very bitter. But when he constantly takes a sugar candy, his disease is cured and he is able to relish its sweetness. In that same way, initially we find spiritual life to be very hard. It is only because we have been conditioned by our minds for millions and millions of births to forget God and to enjoy and lord it over material nature. But with patience, and like Krishna is mentioning here, knowledge, we come to an ocean of transcendental happiness, and our suffering and material disease is over, and we are again healthy, and our soul is again joyful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Abhay. Excellent, excellent insights.
Thank you.
Okay, so हमारे भीतर की प्राकृतिक सत्या ही रोग का सच्ची उपचार है. ये हिपोक्रेटिस ने कितने साल पहले बताया था कि फॉर पॉजिटिव हेल्थ के लिए हमें बॉडी, माइंड और सोल तीनों का बैलेंस होना बहुत ही जरूरी है. तो ओके, तो बॉडी, माइंड एंड सोल. तो बॉडी में क्या आता है? फिजिकल हेल्थ एंड ब्रेथ हेल्थ। तो फिजिकल बॉडी में हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हैं, हेल्दी अच्छा न्यूट्रिशन खाना करके अपने बॉडी को अच्छा हेल्दी बना सकते हैं। ब्रेथ बॉडी, तो उसके लिए हमें ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज है, बाहर हम घूमेंगे तो अपना ऑक्सीजन लेवल बढ़ा सकते हैं, वॉकिंग इन द नेचर इन पार्क लाइक दिस। नाउ इट्स माइंड। तो माइंड में क्या है, स्टेट ऑफ माइंड, मेंटल हेल्थ, keeping your brain busy, reading, knowledge, painting, art, singing, video game, and about the thoughts. So quality of the thoughts, thinking, and how you see the things, and analyze, logical and critical thinking. Okay, that is for the, it's including the for the mind. And about the soul, social bonding, relationship, patience, love and kindness, spirituality, humanity, humbleness, harmony, meditation, and your unique quality. तो बॉडी, माइंड एंड सोल, ये तीनों का कॉम्बो है कि तो ये तीनों को बहुत ही अच्छे से बैलेंस में रहने से हमारे अंदर हैप्पीनेस आती है और एक लाइफ को हमें सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है। तो तो हमें ग्रेटिट्यूड से हम अपने रिलेशन हेल्थ को कैसे हम ठीक कर सकते हैं, कि पहले उन्होंने 3 स्टेप बताया कि पास्ट का हमारा हेल्थ, फ्यूचर का एंड वर्तमान का। तो पास्ट का हेल्थ में हमें सोचना है कि हम टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, हम हमारी जो बहुत हमने कुछ अचीव किया हो, कोई हमें कुछ मेडल मिला हो, मेरा बहुत एनर्जी टाइम था, उसको हमें विजुलाइज करना है, उसको हमें थैंक्स 3 टाइम मैजिक वर्ड थैंक्स बोलना है। फिर वर्तमान, तो उसमें क्या करना है कि जो हमारी हेल्थ स्टिल हमें अभी भी है, जैसे हम लोग चल सकते हैं, हमारा डाइजेस्ट सिस्टम अच्छा है, हमारा रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम अच्छा, वो जो सारी चीज है उसके बारे में हमें सोचना कि ओ स्टिल कंटिन्यू, ठीक है। एंड फ्यूचर के लिए, तो फ्यूचर के लिए जो चीज मुझे हील करनी है, जैसे कोई नी पेन है राइट नाउ, तो नी पेन को मुझे ठीक करना है, तो कैसे करेंगे कि हमें सोचना है कि ओ मैं बहुत अच्छे से चल सकती हूँ, सो थैंक यू, मेरे दोनों हाथ बहुत अच्छे से काम करते, थैंक यू। अपने पूरी बॉडी को हमें थैंक्स करना है, और जो पार्ट हमें हमारा ठीक नहीं है उसके ऊपर हमें कंप्लेन करने की जगह उसको भी हमें थैंक्स करना कि नहीं मैं इतना तो चल सकती हूँ ना। तो इसी तरह से हम अपने मैजिक का यूज करके हम अपने आप को हील कर सकते हैं। या सो मैजिक।
Okay, so now we're going to discuss day 17, the magic check. In the magical universe, there are no coincidences and there are no accidents. Nothing happens unless someone wills it to happen. Said by a writer and poet, William Burroughs. When you direct gratitude's magical power towards any negative condition, a new condition is created, eliminating the old condition. That means that when you get yourself to the place where you feel grateful for the money you have, for money more than you feel the lack of money, a new condition is created, eliminating the lack of money and magically replacing it with more money. All bad feelings about money push money away from you and reduce the amount of money in your life. And every time you feel bad about money, you reduce it a little more. If you have feelings about money like envy, disappointment, worry, or fear, you cannot receive more. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if you feel disappointed that you don't have enough money, you will receive more disappointing circumstances of not having money. If you're worried about the money, you will have more situations that will cause you to worry more about money. So, however difficult it may be, you have to ignore your current situation and any lack of money you may be currently experiencing. And gratitude is the guaranteed way for you to do that. You can't be grateful for money and disappointed about money at the same time, because when gratitude appears, negativity disappears. So you already practiced gratitude for money you have received and continue to receive in the past, in last week's activity. So before you use gratitude's magical power for the money you want, you need to understand the various ways and avenues that money or riches can come to your life. So you can receive this money through unexpected checks, increase in salary, a lottery win, tax refund, unanticipated gift of money from someone else. And for example, if you tell a friend you're about to buy an item and the friend offers to lend or give you the very item because you don't use it or because they don't use it, and if you're planning to travel and you hear about a discounted special that you end up taking, or if your lending institution lowers their interest rate or a service provider offers you a far better package, your money magically increases through the savings of money. So even your money can increase through opportunities that cause you to save the money. So there are many unlimited ways of how you can receive money. So day 17's magical practice is that for the money you want to receive has brought astonishing results to many people. At the end of this practice, you will find a blank check from the gratitude bank of the universe, and you're going to write out the magic check to yourself. So in the book, I've sent the PDF in WhatsApp. So you have to print out this magic check. Fill in the amount of money you want to receive, along with the name and today's date. Choose a specific amount of money for one thing you really want, because you will be able to feel more gratitude for the money when you know what you're going to spend the money on. So choose one thing that you want to receive and write the amount you want. So think about the object more, and money is just the means to obtain that object. So money is a means to what you want, but it's not the end result. So if you just thought about money per se, you wouldn't be able to feel as much gratitude. When you imagine getting the things you really want or doing the things you really want to do, you will feel far more gratitude than if you were just being grateful for the money. So the activity is fill in your magic check with the amount of money you want to receive, along with your name and today's date. Hold your magic check in your hands and imagine purchasing the specific thing you want, the money, and feel happy for it. Feel gratitude for it, that you have already received it. Create that imagination that you have already received it. Thank you, universe, for giving me that goal you wanted to receive as a result of the money. Take the magic check with you today and put it in a place where you will see it often. On at least 2 more occasions, take the check in your hands, picture yourself using the money for what you want, and feel as grateful as though you were really doing it. And that's it. And at the end of the practice for day 17, place this check where you will see it all the time, like in your office or by the bed, so that you will continue this gratitude feeling for money in your mind. And let's take a moment to appreciate money. Close your eyes. Imagine all the money that you have received in the past that you're grateful for, and all the money you will be receiving in the future. Imagine yourself feeling grateful for all the money you have already received in the future. See your future self being happy, celebrating your future self, celebrating the abundance of money
जयमाला लगते मेरे को गाना गाना पड़ेगा। देने वाला जब भी देता देता छप्पड़ फाड़ के, देने वाला जब भी देता देता छप्पड़ फाड़ के। खुशियों की बारात है, पैसों की बरसात है, सच्चे हो गए सारे सपने खुले नसीब यार के। देने वाला जब भी देता देता छप्पड़ फाड़ के, देने वाला जब भी देता देता छप्पड़ फाड़ के। कित कित कितना कित कित कितना दिखता ना दिखता ना दिखना दिखना, कित कित कितना कित कित कितना दिखता ना दिखता ना दिखना दिखना। सब कहते हैं हेलो हेलो, साथ हमारे चलो चलो, सबको मुझसे काम है, दुनिया भर में नाम है। बंगला भी है, गाड़ी भी है, महकी महकी बाड़ी भी है। देने वाला जब भी देता देता छप्पड़ फाड़ के, देने वाला जब भी देता देता छप्पड़ फाड़ के। कित कित कितना कित कित कितना दिखता ना दिखता ना दिखना दिखना, कित कित कितना कित कित कितना दिखता ना दिखता ना दिखना दिखना।
पैसों की बात।
Okay.
ओके, यस, अच्छा लगा, फील लाइट गुड, पैसों की बारिश हुई। ओके, सो विलियम एस बरोच ने कहा है कि जादुई सृष्टि में किसी प्रकार का संयोग या अनहोनी नहीं होती है। कोई भी चीज तब तक नहीं होती जब तक कि कोई व्यक्ति इच्छा करके उसे घटित न करते। तो हम देखते हैं कि दिवाली में हम धनतेरस के दिन अपने धन की पूजा करते हैं, वैभव लक्ष्मी का व्रत करके हम धन लक्ष्मी को अपने घर पे बुलाते हैं। तो वो भी काइंड ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड है, कृतज्ञता का भाव है कि धन, जितना हम धन के लिए हम ग्रेटिट्यूड हो गए तो हम ज्यादा हमारे घर में धन आ सकता है, और जितनी हम कंप्लेन करेंगे तो उतना हमसे वो दूर होता जाता है। तो कहीं तरीके से, ऐसे नहीं कि सिर्फ पैसे फिजिकली, बट कहीं तरीके से हमारे पास धन आ सकता है। जैसे अनएक्सेप्टेड चेक, कुछ प्रमोशन मिलना, लॉटरी विन करना, जैसे हमने टैक्स फाइल किया तो खूब अच्छा सा टैक्स रिफंड आना, एंड सडनली जैसे हम कहीं पे गए और कुछ हमने जैसे कपड़े खरीदे तो अनएक्सेप्टेड, ये कूपन यूज कर लो, आपको और ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा 10% डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा। तो इसी तरह से अनएक्सेप्टेड हमारे पास पैसे आ सकता है। और भी एक चीज हो सकती है कि कोई गिफ्ट में आ जाता है। जैसे मैं कनाडा आई थी तो मुझे राइस कुकर लेना था, तो मैं हस्बैंड को मुझे राइस कुकर लेना है। देन मतलब ऐसे चलता जा रहा था, और सडनली एक दिन हुआ, इधर मेरी भाभी है, उसका नाम है हीना, वो मेरे लिए राइस कुकर लेके आई। तो इस तरह से हमें, जैसे हमारे मन में जो चीज है, जैसे अनंता ने अभी बताया था, तो उसी तरह हमें वो चीज हमें मिल सकती है। तो वो भी काइंड ऑफ हमारे मैजिक ही है हमारे लाइफ में, मनी बेसिकली मनी। ओके, तो आज जैसे ध्रुवी ने बताया, तो इस तरह से हमें चेक को प्रिंट आउट करना है। मैंने ऑलरेडी इसको भेज दिया है ग्रुप पे, और इसमें आपको तो पे के लिए क्या है, शुरू में हम स्मॉल अमाउंट रखेंगे, और किस चीज के लिए आपको पैसे चाहिए, कि जैसे मुझे टीवी लेना है, फ्रिज लेना है, गैस स्टोव लेना है, या मेरे गार्डनिंग करवाना है, किसी भी तरह के, जैसे 5,000 6,000 स्मॉल अमाउंट से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे, तो पे में लिख लेंगे और फिर यहाँ यूनिवर्सल का सिग्नेचर है ही, तो आपको इस तरह से ये पूरा कंप्लीट करके आप अपने फ्रिज पे रख दीजिए, अपने बेडरूम में रख लीजिए, कि जहाँ पे आप उस जगह पे ज्यादा आप आते जाते हैं उस जगह पे। और लिखने के बाद आपको क्या करना है, चेक को आंख बंद करके थोड़ा सा हल्का सा स्पर्श करिए और फील करिए कि वो मनी मेरे पास आ चुका है, जिस चीज के लिए मैंने पैसे के लिए सोचा था वो चीज भी आज आ चुकी है और मैं इसको पूरी तरह से एंजॉय कर रही हूँ। तो ये आपको एक पॉजिटिव फीलिंग के साथ आपको चेक लिखना है। और मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ, एवरीबडी डू दिस प्रैक्टिस, ऑल्सो आई डिड इट एंड आई गेट बेनिफिट्स ऑल्सो, या।
And you can print out multiple checks for multiple things. So that's why we suggested that you can print out 5 copies. So you can think of the 5 things that you want, and for each thing, assign a value to each thing. And like maybe you want to buy a house, or maybe you want to buy a rice cooker. So house can be like a big amount, and then rice cooker can be like $30, not a large amount. So assign value to each object or goal that you want to have, and place it around in different areas of your house so that you're exposed to it multiple times during the day. And when you get a chance, twice during the day on day 17, visualize nicely and have fun with it, actually. Enjoy. And that's pretty much it for today. There's a saying, every day is a fresh start. Don't measure yourself by yesterday's troubles, by Dagny Scott Barrios. So don't worry about what happened yesterday. Start today with the new optimism, positivity, and happiness. All right, that's it for today. We'll open it up for discussion. Thank you for joining.